At the beginning of this dynasty, we embarked on a journey to turn Illinois football around. In Season 1, we were introduced to a young team with very poor depth and holes all over the roster. But step by step, brick by brick, we began our journey of turning this program back into a winning one. The first season of this dynasty was supposed to be a rebuilding year, but we accomplished much more than that. We finished the season 9-4, blowing away all expectations that many had pegged for us. And that's not to mention all the memories along the way, most of which were defining moments for what the David Deal era at Illinois would become.
And the Illini have pulled off a huge upset in the big house. He's got a man downfield. He's going to fire. It's Kamari Thompson. It's a touchdown. Illinois is victorious and they win the New Era Pinstripe Bowl.
Season 1 truly set the tone for what this dynasty would become. In Season 2, we began the year with something you couldn't say about Illinois football in a long time. There were expectations. We saw what this team was capable of, and now it was time to take the next step. Season 2 had its ups and downs. We began with a crushing defeat against Missouri, but then battled back by winning 8 games in a row. It took a late season loss in the snow to the Wisconsin Badgers to finally eliminate this team from Big Ten championship contention. The magical ride we went on during the middle of Season 2 came to a crashing halt as Illinois lost 3 of 4 games to end the season, including a thrilling Cotton Bowl defeat to Kansas State. Now fast forward to Season 3. We began the year once again with high expectations, and for good reason. With a talented senior class and promising new young players to lead the way, this team overcame 2 losses early in the year and knocked out 3 top 5 teams in a row, truly slaying the 3-headed dragon in their division. Now we have made it to the Big Ten championship game, and a familiar opponent awaits us, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Illinois has one goal in mind today: win a Big Ten championship. Welcome to the Big Ten championship game. The number 7 Illinois Fighting Illini from the Big Ten West face off against the number 11 Penn State Nittany Lions from the East. Our destination has brought us to Indianapolis this season, as Illinois has never been to a Big Ten championship game since the division format was announced in the Big Ten. This is their first division title in school history. Their last Big Ten championship was in 2001, so now it is 2023. It's been 22 seasons since Illinois has won a Big Ten championship. The Illini win the toss and elect to defer to the second half, so Reggie Mata sends us underway here from Lucas Oil Stadium. Penn State comes into this game looking to win their 5th Big Ten championship in program history, and this is their first appearance in the title game since 2016. The first play of the game is a passing play, and it's hauled in by Jaden Doughton, and that'll go for 18 yards. A lot of talk about these two teams, their meeting previously in the regular season, where Penn State won that game 27-17. And since that point, Illinois has not lost a game. A huge reason for that victory was the superb play from their quarterback, Micah Bowens of Penn State. And now 3rd down and 14 here. He's going to dump it off to Washington, and Washington is only going to pick up 6 yards. So the Illini get a stop here, only allowing 1 first down in the opening drive. Deuce-span the offense take the field here, and as the play clock winds down, it's going to be a delay of game penalty. And that'll set Illinois back. We jump ahead a play here. 2nd down and 11 now. Span making adjustments at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to take off. He's got room down the right side of the field, and Span will pick up the first down. 13 yards on the ground. I mentioned on the last episode that Illinois had Isaiah Williams at quarterback during that game earlier in the season, so Penn State has not seen Deuce Spann yet, and Spann is back to work again on the ground on second down as he picks up 6. So now it's 3rd down and 1. Spann will go under center, and he gives it to Hayden, and Hayden gets met at the line of scrimmage, and he is stuffed. Curtis Jacobs, who was a problem for us in that game during the regular season, stuffs Illinois, and they're going to go for it here on 4th down, and Spann is stumbling, and he didn't get it. Illinois turns the ball over on downs. Illinois tried to do a QB sneak with Spann, and it did not work, and Penn State gets the ball across midfield here after that turnover. Keziah Holmes gets the handoff, and he makes a man miss in the open field, and he powers his way up for 12 yards. Jumping ahead here, it's 3rd down and 9. Illinois is going to show blitz, trying to get off the field here. Bowens is going to fire to a wide open Doughton, and Doughton makes a man miss as he's going down, and he's out of bounds near the 6. A huge conversion for Penn State, and now they're threatening to get into the end zone here. 1st and goal, it's going to be Bowens who keeps it here, and Bowens plows his way forward and picks up 4 yards. You can see the issues that this Illini defense had earlier in the season. It's showing here with Penn State as Micah Bowens sheds a tackle, and he crosses the plane. Touchdown Penn State, and that's exactly what Illinois was worried about, as that was a missed tackle there from Prince Green, and Micah Bowens showing some authority. Head coach Billy Napier likes that. And Penn State's off to a 7-0 lead here in the Big Ten championship game. Kyron Cumbie will look to break off a return here, but the ball comes free, and it's recovered by Penn State. Oh my goodness, the wheels are falling off the bus here for Illinois. Kyron Cumbie trying to stutter step, and the ball just pops free from his arms. I don't know what happened there, another glitch, but I decided to play on. Penn State gets a huge break, and now they can make this a 2-score game. Bowens will roll out to his left here, and he's just going to try to run it himself, and he's going to be brought down by Shaman Cooper. And so now the defense put in a hole. We'll see if they can at least hold Penn State to a field goal here. It's going to be a read option, and Bowens is going to keep it, and Bowens has got room down the left side of the field, and he's got a 1st down. 17 yards on the ground for Bowens. And now they have a goal-to-go situation. It's going to be Keziah Holmes with the handoff here, and that only goes for 1 yard. Penn State with 2nd and goal from the 9. It's going to be another read option, but this time Illinois was ready for it. Great tackle there from Ryan Mead, who's in the game at middle linebacker. And now it's going to be 3rd down and goal. Can Illinois force Penn State to a field goal here? Bowens fires underneath to Lambert Smith, but he's going to be well short. Good defense there from Illinois. Shaman Cooper and company there to make another big stop. And Penn State will settle for the field goal after the gift from Kyron Cumbie on that fumble. Now the offense takes over here quickly in a 10-0 hole. And Deuce Spann keeps it up the middle, and he goes up for 13 yards. Illinois turned the ball over on downs on their previous drive. And now sporting trips left, Illinois will look to respond here. I think it's imperative that Illinois puts something on the board on this drive because they don't want this game to get out of hand. Spann is going to pump fake. He's taking a ton of time, and he's just going to go out of bounds. Penn State really giving Deuce Spann some room to work with, but great coverage downfield. 3rd down and 2 now. It's going to be a designed run from Spann, and Spann gets rocked, but he picks up the 1st down. Both these quarterbacks can run very well, and Spann, some hard-fought yards there, and now it's going to be 2nd down and 11 as Illinois is across midfield for the first time today. Spann will look to throw, and he hits Patrick Bryant on the outside, and Bryant will get the 1st down. His first reception of this Big Ten championship game. And so now the Illini are in business. They're at the 30-yard line. 1st down and 10. Spann is going to set up a screen, and it's a dump off for Hayden, and Hayden powers his way forward. It'll be 10 yards, but that won't quite get the first down. So now it's 2nd down and inches here. And Span continuing to work from the gun. Going to fire it quickly out for James Frenchie. And Frenchie will go for 11 yards. Frenchie has had a little bit more volume here in the last couple weeks. And so now it's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 10-yard line. It's going to be a read option. Span will keep it himself, looking to get into the end zone. And he's going to go up for 5 yards. This is where Illinois really likes to utilize Deuce Span on the ground. He has been a weapon in these situations. Hayden will get the handoff, though, and he cuts upfield and gets into the end zone. What a response from Illinois. They put a touchdown on the board. And with this PAT, it's now 10-7. Much needed response from Illinois after a couple turnovers in the first quarter. And Illinois is in this game. Now the defense will look to solve Micah Bowens in this Penn State offense, who have given them some fits here, as Holmes will get the handoff on a draw. And quickly it's going to be 3rd down and 14. So now this Illini defense will have a golden opportunity to get a 3-and-out here. Illinois drops back into coverage, and Bowens fires to Holmes, but Holmes is going to be swarmed and brought down, and that's a 3-and-out. Great job, Shaman Cooper, who's been all over the field so far today. Now the offense will get the ball back here. Span is going to keep it himself as he slides down and picks up 7 yards. We're under 3 minutes now in the half here. Illinois does get the ball to start the second half, as Hayden will pick up the 1st down. And Illinois would certainly like to at least tie this game right here. 2nd down and 10 now from midfield. It's going to be Span who keeps it himself on a veer, and Smith-Vilbert read that perfectly. And Span should have handed the ball off there, and now Illinois is put in a 3rd down and 15 situation. Illinois Sporting trips right. Span making adjustments at the line. It's going to be a play action, and Span hesitates as he throws, and that ball's going to be well short. And Illinois is going to have to punt the ball away, so a couple stops from both defenses. And now Penn State gets the ball with under 2 minutes to go here. Bowens is going to look to run as he makes Patrick Coleman miss in the open field, and Micah Bowens goes up for 15 yards. And he has been a force today. He has to at least be north of 50 yards on the ground already. 2nd down and 8 here as Bowens will look to bail out again, but this time Illinois swarms him and the pocket collapses. Seth Coleman there with the stop, and Illinois will call a timeout. Illinois wants to get the ball back here with some time. Bowens pump fakes and he fires downfield, and it's knocked down by Daniel Edwards. Great coverage downfield from Edwards, and Penn State will punt it away. Kyron Cumbie will get the punt return here, and Cumbie's looking to go across the field as he makes a man miss, but he is going to be down right at the center of the hashes. But Illinois will start off here. 1:18 to go at the 38-yard line. They have 2 timeouts to work with here. So the offense will get another crack at it here. Span will bail out to his left. And Span is going to stop, and he fires downfield, and he's got DeLayvin Campbell. Great play. What about that job by Deuce Span to buy some time, and he finds Campbell, and now Illinois has the ball at the 32-yard line of Penn State. Span will fire quickly here on a screen for Campbell once again, but this time Penn State stops him. And so it's 2nd down and 11 here. Clock continuing to run. Cumbie in motion. Span is going to fire to the left side, and it's hauled in by Campbell. What a throw and what a catch on the sideline. Span with a beautiful ball, and Campbell with the toe drag. Nicely done all around. How about the drive from number 19 so far? 3 catches already. And so now Illinois has it at the 16. Cumbie will get it on a jet sweep, and he cuts upfield, and he's brought down from behind. Oh man, if Cumbie hadn't been brought down from his ankles, he might have been in. Timeout Illinois. 33 seconds to go here. They have it at the 10. Span will look to throw once again, and he's going to loft it into the corner looking for Bryant, and it's knocked down. Good coverage there from Joey Porter Jr. And so now it's 3rd down and 5. We'll see what Illinois does here. Span from under the gun. He's going to look to throw here, and he's moving to his left, and Span is going to run out of time, and he's got to throw it away. Good coverage from Penn State. This defense is very good, but Illinois at least will have a chance to tie this game, and they do. Illinois ties it at 10 apiece, rallying with 10 straight points since those early mistakes and turnovers in the first quarter. And so now 21 seconds to go here, and we'll see what Penn State can do. Bowens will look to throw. He dumps it off for Doughton, and Doughton will go up near the 38-yard line. Timeout, Penn State. Doughton already with a handful of receptions in this half. 16 seconds to go. Bowens is going to send the tight end in motion. He's going to look to throw again here. He dumps it off for Doughton again, and Doughton powers his way forward, but he's going to be short of the first down line, and the clock's running down. Penn State's not going to call their timeout. They're going to try to hurry the offense up to the line of scrimmage. And with 1 second to go, they're not going to get the play off. Wow, Penn State leaving a timeout in their pocket as the half expires. And Illinois will take it. We are tied at 10 apiece going into halftime here at the Big Ten championship game. Illinois with a very balanced approach here offensively in this game. They did turn the ball over twice, and quite frankly, that was the main reason why Penn State got off to that 10-0 lead early in the game. But since those turnovers, Illinois has done a good job. The defense has kept Penn State relatively in check since those first few drives of the game, but they will still need to have to solve the read option game from Micah Bowens as he has put on a clinic on the ground. I'm surprised to see that Penn State only has 35 yards rushing when it seems like Micah Bowens has at least 50. Penn State will kick it off here to open up the second half. So Kyron Cumby will get the return, and Kyron Cumby with the speed. He's got room down the left side, and he is gone. Kyron Cumby to the house for the 3rd game in a row. Number 20. What a performance he has had. We wondered why he hadn't broken off a kickoff return all season long. And during the Wisconsin game, he finally got one late in the second half in a critical moment. And since that point, he's had 3 of them. And what a time. Illinois now has the lead for the first time in this game. And those special team touchdowns could be huge. Those are more than likely the differences in most games that Illinois plays in, as David Deal will send out his defense, and Penn State will try to set up a screen for Holmes, and the Illini were all over it. 2nd down and 14. We jump ahead now. It's 3rd down and 12. It's going to be a drop play to Holmes, and Holmes is going to be brought down by Seth Coleman. Great job defensively for Illinois. How about that? A 3 and out after the kickoff return from Kyron Cumby. And now Illinois has the momentum and has a chance to take control of this game. Hayden will get the ball, and he's dancing to the outside, and Hayden's across midfield, and he's powering his way down the sideline. What a run from Hayden. 46 yards on the ground for him. And now Illinois has it 2nd and 7 from the Penn State 35. It's going to be a handoff to Love, and Love bounces it to the outside, and Love picks up a 1st down. Great running and vision from the Illini tailbacks. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 here for Illinois. Span will look to throw. He's going to fire it quickly to Campbell, and Campbell's got room down the sideline, and he is in. Touchdown, Illinois. Span to Campbell. Illinois takes a 2-score lead, and just like that, the Illini are exploding here in the second half. It was a simple curl route, and I don't know what the corner was doing there, but he got caught napping, and Campbell had all room to work with. And Illinois is up 24-10. What a turn of events here. 24 unanswered points from the Illini. Now Penn State will look to respond. It's going to be a 1st down on the passing play to Doughton. And the Nittany Lions here are in unfamiliar territory. Illinois was playing catch-up all game long during their meeting earlier in the regular season, and now Penn State is behind here, as Doughton will get another reception, and quickly Penn State's across midfield. This time around it's Doughton who seems to be Bowen's favorite target, and now Penn State acting with a little more sense of urgency here is airing the ball downfield. 2nd down and 4 here now. And it's going to be a handoff this time to Holmes, and Holmes is going to try to get to the outside, but he's wrapped up and brought down by Keith Randolph. Randolph with his 2nd tackle for loss, and it's 3rd and 7. From the pistol, Bowen's looking to throw. He's going to fire it over the middle, and he's got Johnson, and Johnson is going to be up, and he is tackled near the 20. And so now Penn State quickly looking to respond here with a score. Bowens will look to throw once again, but he takes off and he runs right into Randolph. Keith Randolph is a wall that Penn State cannot penetrate. And it's 2nd down and 15. What a job he has done from the edge. Bowens now will fire it off to Holmes, and Holmes weaves around the defender, and he's got 10 yards. Now a much more manageable 3rd and 5. Bowen's looking to throw again. He's got Dunmore over the middle. This Penn State offense has finally awakened once again, and they're killing Illinois over the middle here with these passing plays. Bowens will keep it here on an option, and he tries to get to the edge, but he's brought down. 2nd and goal now from the 4-yard line. Bowens. He's going to wait. He's got time to throw, but he takes off, and he gets to the outside, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Micah Bowens and the Nittany Lions respond. You just had a feeling that this Penn State team was too talented to get behind deeply in this game. And they have silenced the Illini faithful here who have made it to Lucas Oil Stadium. But now the Illini offense gets back to work. Illinois still does have a 7-point lead. And Chase Hayden will look to do something on the ground here as he weaves around traffic. He's got 28 yards. Great run from Hayden. He's now up to 74 yards. Hayden quietly having a very solid game on the ground. And Illinois now is across midfield. 2nd down and 10 now. Spann making changes at the line of scrimmage. He's going to look to throw, and he's going to dump it off to Hayden, who's wide open, and Hayden goes upfield, and that's another 1st down. A 12-yard reception for Hayden, and now we jump ahead a couple plays. It's 3rd down and 10. We'll see how Illinois plays it here. They're not quite in field goal range. Spann will look to throw, and with a man in his face, he dumps it off for Love, and Love's trying to make a man miss in the open field. He'll get 4 yards, but Penn State stops him well short of the sticks. And Illinois is going to trot out Reggie Mathis here for a field goal attempt. They don't want to go for it here. This is going to be 50 yards. Reggie Mathis, and he's got it. Reggie Mathis, a career high, and the true freshman drills one from 50 yards. Reggie Mathis does have that kicking power in the tank. And that one could have been good from maybe 54. Reggie Mathis, what a field goal. And now Illinois has the lead back up to 10 points. That field goal could be huge. It's back to a 2-score game, and the Moses Okpala and this Illini front 7 are back to work here, wreaking havoc up front. 2nd and 16. Bowens will dump it off, looking for Holmes, and it's knocked down. What a play from Calvin Hart. 3rd down and 16 now. Penn State in another hole here offensively. Bowens will look to throw, and he's going to fire to the outside. He's got Doughton, but Doughton's going to go out of bounds. He didn't get to the 1st down line. It's 4th down and 3, and Penn State's going to go for it. A critical moment in the game here. A turnover for Illinois would be huge. It's a play action, and Bowens is going to do a bubble screen for Dunmore, and Illinois is all over it. Patrick Coleman gets to him. Turnover on downs. Penn State tried to do a bubble screen, and Patrick Coleman read it perfectly. Man, this Illinois defense has been outstanding all season long, and that's a huge play. Now Illinois gets the ball at the 30-yard line. Span's going to fire downfield here. He's got Frenchie, and Frenchie can't hang on. It's knocked down. Frenchie was in tight coverage, and he almost hauled that one in. So now it's 2nd down and 10, and if you're Illinois, you got to play this conservatively. They give it on the ground to Hayden, and that's exactly what they do. He doesn't quite get the first down, but Illinois can have a chance to make this a 3-score game here with a touchdown. Hayden will get the handoff, and he goes upfield, and Hayden's going to be down near the 11. Illinois here can really put the nail in the coffin with a touchdown. Under 6 minutes to go here. Hayden will get the handoff. He gets the outside, and Hayden is going to be down near the goal line, and he's going to be just short. 103 yards for Hayden, and Illinois has it at the 1. Into the goal line formation. It's going to be a handoff to Hayden, and he runs into a wall, and he's brought down. That's a 1-yard loss, and it's 3rd down now. It's 3rd down and 1, but it's basically 3rd down and goal here. Illinois goes back into the goal line formation. Span's going to pitch it out to Reggie Love, and Love trying to get to the outside, and he's tracked down and short. Illinois cannot punch it in. 4th down and 1, and they send the offense back out on the field here. Illinois failing to punch it in on the previous 3 plays. Can they do it here on 4th down? This is a gamble here from Coach Deal. Play clock winding down, and they're going to keep it with Span, and Span is going to be stuffed. Turnover on downs. Penn State does it to them again. Billy Napier's defense with their season and backs against the wall get a huge goal line stand. And now they get the ball here. Keziah Holmes will get the handoff, and that'll be good enough for a 1st down. He gives Penn State some breathing room here offensively. And man, what a stop from Penn State. Illinois couldn't punch it in with 1 yard to go 4 different times in a row. That's a nice play there by Patrick Coleman with that deflection. But if Illinois had gotten the touchdown there, that would have made this a 17-point game. Bowens here is going to fire it downfield, and it's hauled in by Lambert Smith. What a catch. On 3rd down and 4, Lambert Smith, a one-handed snag. What a catch. And that's a huge conversion. Penn State really making plays here with their season on the line. Bowens now on 1st down and 10 is going to try to scramble, and he's brought down. That's a 3-yard loss. Seth Coleman having another big day. That's his 2nd sack of the game. 2nd down and long now. Bowens is going to look to take off again, and Bowens makes a man miss in the open field, but he's brought down. Darren Robinson didn't quite let Bowens get behind him there. 3rd down and 4 now, and Bowens is going to run into Keith Randolph, and Randolph throws him to the ground. Keith Randolph, what an animal. He has been a beast this afternoon. And he just throws Bowens to the ground. Unbelievable. There's a reason why this guy's an All-American. The NCAA sack leader in 2022 puts Illinois with a 4th down and 11 situation here. A chance to get off the field defensively. Bowens is going to fire it off for Holmes, and Holmes is going to be short. Turnover on downs. Bowens tried to dump it off, and there wasn't enough room, and Illinois gets a stop. And now 2:23 to go. Illinois can taste it. Penn State has 3 more timeouts. This game isn't quite over as Hayden gets the handoff, and Penn State will use its first timeout. Illinois now is a couple 1st downs away from winning a Big Ten championship. Hayden will get the ball, and it's going to be a 3-yard loss. Timeout, Penn State. And a 1st down here will end the game. It's 3rd down and 11 here. Span reading the field, and he's going to look to throw. And Span is backing up, and he's going to fire downfield, and he's got Patrick Bryant. 1st down, Illinois. timeout, Penn State. This game is virtually over. Deuce Spann just waited and waited. He backed up and he found Patrick Bryant, who got open. What a conversion, and that could be a conference championship ceiling conversion there. A few more handoff and kneels downs, and this one is over. The Illinois Fighting Illini have waited 22 years. They have battled, they have beaten multiple top 5 teams this season, and the Illinois Fighting Illini are Big Ten champions. In Season 3 of this dynasty, the Illinois Fighting Illini have battled their way into the Big Ten championship, and they avenged their early season loss to Penn State. And Illinois wins its first Big Ten championship in 22 seasons. The Illini faithful who traveled here are very excited to see this program finally get it done in their conference. Coach David Deal, in his 3rd season, inheriting a program that was down in the dumps, elevates it up. And now they sit atop the Big Ten Conference in 2023. David Deal will host the Big Ten Championship Trophy, and we have effectively accomplished our goal here in Season 3. What a ball game. Illinois battled back from down 10-0, a few mistakes, and they really dominated this game for the final 3 quarters. Deuce Spann had a great game, 13 of 18 passing. Micah Bowens threw for 200 yards. Both these quarterbacks, I thought, played tremendously. They really put the team on their backs, especially on the ground. Micah Bowens, he only had 19 yards rushing. He did have 2 touchdowns. Those numbers are really deflated by those sacks, but I think that he really was a problem for Illinois on the ground, because Isaiah Holmes, who ran for 163 yards last time against us, Illinois held him in check. That's an impressive accomplishment if you ask me. Chase Hayden, how about the stat line here? 103 yards on the ground. He got a touchdown in the first half, 6 yards per carry. He quietly had a very good game today. Spann with 44 yards on the ground. How about the Illini receivers? A lot of action for them today. DeLayvin Campbell, 4 for 74 and a touchdown. The senior really showed out today in the Big Ten championship game. Hayden with 3 receptions. Patrick Bryant as well. Campbell and Bryant were really quiet, especially towards the middle of the season when this Illini offense was struggling, and they have sort of stepped it up here and had a lot more action recently. As far as Penn State, Jaden Doughton seemed to be Bowen's favorite target this afternoon, 7 for 112 among others. And defensively for Illinois, how about Shaman Cooper? He had a great game. He was all over the field today, 6 tackles and a sack. Seth Coleman had 2 sacks as well. He was outstanding, 6 tackles in the backfield, just unbelievable. And then Keith Randolph really just negated all of Micah Bowen's rushing yards. He was an absolute wall that Bowens could not get past there on the right side. He's a huge reason why Illinois stepped it up defensively today. And then, of course, Cumbie got another kickoff return. That was huge to open up the second half. The final game stats here. Illinois edged out Penn State in first downs rushing. They were very balanced offensively. 1 turnover on that fumble from Cumbie. And then Illinois edged out Penn State in time of possession. And Illinois really, outside that first quarter, I thought had good control of this game throughout. Players of the game: Chase Hayden, 103 yards, a touchdown, 3 receptions. Seth Coleman defensively. I think you can add Shaman Cooper and Keith Randolph there as a trio. Micah Bowens and then Marquise Wilson for Penn State. And the Big Ten championship trophy is ours. Illinois wins the Big Ten Conference here in Season 3. And now we will find out who we're playing in our bowl game. We are going to the Rose Bowl to face off against the Washington Huskies. Washington, the winners of the Pac-12. They're number 4 in the country, 12-1. They will face off against us, the winners of the Big Ten, ranked number 6 now, in what shapes out to be another Rose Bowl classic. I cannot wait. The Illini are heading to Pasadena for the first time since 2007, looking to win their first Rose Bowl since 1963. The Heisman Trophy winner Daniel Carter, the running back from Pitt, wins it. And look how close it was between him and Sam Adams II from Washington. Only 3 points separated him and Sam Adams. But anyhow, how about some trophies here? Marquise Beeson wins the Chuck Bednarik Award. Well deserved for him. He was the best overall defensive player in college football according to the voters. Keith Randolph wins the Vince Lombardi Award. He racks it in for the 3rd straight season. Keith Randolph, what a beast. And then Beeson wins the Jim Thorpe Award for best defensive back in college football. Marquez Beeson, what a season he has had. I'm so glad that he came back. And now we look at the results of the conference championship games. TCU wins the Big 12. A&M beats out Tennessee and they win the SEC. Clemson puts a thumping on Pitt and they win the ACC. And Washington, our opponent in the Rose Bowl, they beat down UCLA 42-9. So Washington is a very good team, and we'll get into that a little bit later here. And now the final rankings here. Notre Dame and Clemson are the only 2 teams that finish undefeated. They will play in the national championship. A&M finishes at number 3. Washington 4. Wisconsin is still ahead of us at number 5. And Illinois there is at number 6, the highest rated 2-loss team. But Illinois, they're not ahead of Wisconsin in the rankings, but they beat out Wisconsin to win their division, and they won the Big Ten, so they're going to the Rose Bowl. And I cannot be any more excited about that. The New Year's Six Bowls, of course, Clemson and Notre Dame in the national championship. The Orange Bowl is where Wisconsin will land. They will face off against Air Force, who gets into the Orange Bowl. And Wisconsin will look to get a New Year's Six Bowl win there. Nebraska and Iowa State will play in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. This is the game that we played against Kansas State last season. The Sugar Bowl is going to be TCU, who won the Big 12 with 5 losses, and they will face off against Texas A&M. The Fiesta Bowl, Tennessee versus North Carolina. Of course, the Rose Bowl. Cannot wait for it. And then the Sugar Bowl, or the Peach Bowl rather, is going to be Alabama versus Pitt. What a season, guys. We are Big Ten champions. In Season 3, we host the Big Ten Championship Trophy for the first time in 22 seasons. The Illini are atop the Big Ten Conference, and they are heading to the Rose Bowl to face off against the Washington Huskies. This game is going to be a great one. I can already foresee it. The line is even for this game. These 2 teams are very good. Washington is a very balanced team. You can see they're number 7 in points per game in total offense, and they have the number 4 total defense in the country. So Washington's very good team, very balanced offensively and defensively. They have a lot of seniors. It's a very veteran team, just like Illinois. And Washington will look to win their first Rose Bowl in a while as well. The stats here, their QB, Dylan Morris, is a 5th-year senior for Washington. He's had good numbers on the season, threw for over 3,000 yards, 33-8 touchdown interception ratio. Sam Adams II, who very narrowly lost the Heisman, he came in 2nd place. He's been very good on the ground for Washington as well, but Illinois is no stranger to very good running backs. There's a lot of them in the Big Ten. And their leading receiver on the year is Rome Odunze. And looking at Washington's schedule here, they do have a common opponent, and it was Penn State, believe it or not. They played Penn State on the road at the beginning of the year, and they beat them by 24 points. Granted, though, Penn State was not the team that they finished the season with, but outside of that, they then lost to Oregon State, who was a 7-loss team, but then they went on a roll beating the Pac-12 competition. And the Pac-12 wasn't necessarily the best conference this year, but Washington definitely dominated it. They just have a ton of seniors on this team, offensively and defensively. And you can just tell it's a lot of really highly rated seniors and 5th-year seniors at the top. But we shall see. Washington has put it all together this season, just like Illinois has. I'm very excited for this game. I think after going against the Big Ten Western Division, I don't think Illinois should be scared of any opponent. And I cannot wait for it. It'll be the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. The Illinois Fighting Illini are going to Pasadena. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We win the Big Ten championship here in Season 3. A very satisfying conclusion to the regular season, if you ask me. And I'll see you guys for the next episode in Pasadena.